Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. Thanks for coming. That's right. It's time for another night of debauchery here on Monopoly. That's right. This is episode number 211. We are taping this January 29th, 2024. Well, not really, because it's going live, damn it. Let's all go out here and have a great show, why don't we? All right. And here we go. Let's hope Travis is actually ready in 3, 2, 1.
Yes, Monopoly, the world's most popular board game, is now Monopoly the TV game. Here comes the players. The red player, Peach, the gold player, Kyle, and the green player, Steffi. Here comes Mr. Monopoly, Jason Meyers, and here comes our host, Turd Ferguson.
I didn't see you there again.
I'm surprised you didn't see him at all.
I know, right? Hey, everybody, welcome back once again. That is right, Tony. We are in stereo. We're available. Welcome back again for another live episode of Monopoly, coming to you from Grandma's Game Closet inside of the MVG production house. We are chugging away here. We are about to start our 11th episode of season number 2. This would be for the series, although you may never get to see some of them. This will actually be our 40th overall episode of Monopoly. So, yeah, good things are happening here on the Monopoly stage. And tonight, we have got a man coming up here on this stage. He is in the red podium. He is our champion. He has got over $60,000 in this run, and he finally was the one that broke the bonus game. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Monopoly stage. It's Peach Liqueur.
Liqueur? Wait a minute, I don't drink.
Well, you don't have to drink. That's just the way you taste, so, you know.
Wow.
At least that's what Jose told me. Who let the Joker in here? But either way. Yeah, so Peach, you're back with us again. Man, you got a pile of cash here. You're looking to become the first 4-time champion this season and only the third 4-time champion ever here on the Monopoly series. In season 1, we had Travis Coulter that was able to go on a run that lasted 5 games. And then we had a person who called himself Paul Scheer, but his name's actually Ben Parker. Yeah, that's who it is. If you ever see Paul Scheer pop up in MVG, that's actually Ben Parker. He was able to win technically 5 games in a row, but yeah, as I say, that was a technically. So you're looking to become a part of an elite club here, Peach. Do you think you've got what it takes to do it?
Maybe. I've been saying no over and over again these last few games that I've been here, but I've been able to somehow outperform myself or something.
Yeah, that's understandable. And I'm sure there's probably some people out there going, Turd, why are you talking so peaceful tonight? Well, some people in the comments told me that I was being a little loud. There's some things I think going on with my mic too, but I'm trying to be not so loud this evening. So hopefully this is a little better, a little more pleasing on the ears. But yeah, so Peach, go ahead and remind everybody out there where you're from, what it is that you do for a living, what are your hopes and dreams, and if I could give you any topping for a hamburger, why would you choose pineapple?
Right. Well, first I'll tell you that I'm secretly a squid-human hybrid from 10,000 years in the future. I of course,
anymore.
Well, regardless, I masquerade as a gaming cashier for a small casino during the day. In the night, I like to be an eternally bitter squid boy from 10,000 years in the future. I like to listen to music, play game shows, try to get on Wheel of Fortune, all that stuff. And if you were to give me any topping for a hamburger, well, I always get your question wrong, so.
Yeah, sorry,
Thank you.
time is up. Unfortunately, that's incorrect. And we're unfortunately also not going to be able to give you the correct answer. We're going to have you think about it. But as always, Peach, good luck to you tonight. Let's see if you can make it 4 in a row. You have got your hands full tonight because coming to us from the yellow podium, he is a man of many words and even more hilarity, and he'll make you laugh. He'll make you cry. He may even make you question, your thoughts about the world. It's Kyle Hershon.
Hot turn.
Hey, Kyle, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, turn.
So Kyle, the first thing I've got to ask you, is it true that you may be hosting your own game show someday?
It might be a possibility in the future. You never know. We're all, living in this crazy world. So it's the home of the free and home of the blah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, hey, now, did you just fruit up?
I fruited up.
Oh, damn it!
All over the place.
Well,
I'm okay.
Well, Jose was looking for a job. I'll have him clean it up. Don't worry. Yeah. So
He can only use his tongue.
Things that make you go, ugh. Yeah, so Kyle, this is your first time here on the Monopoly stage. So definitely good to have you here. So if you would, go ahead and tell everybody where you're from, what you do for a living, and tell us if the rumor is true. When you were on Wheel of Fortune, did you really try to put your balls in between the spokes?
I'll get to that in a moment, but yeah, I'm from Long Island, I'm in New York City. I am temporarily a customer service associate, but I'm looking to get back into the broadcasting industry. And to settle the rumors, yes, I did.
I knew it. Oh, right, that's right. So,
I mean, it was the final taping of the day, so gotta have some fun.
Right. So, if Law and Order ever films on that set, they will probably find some of your DNA left behind on the wheel. I'm absolutely sure of it. But yes, Kyle, we definitely wish you the best of luck here tonight. And finally, we go over to our green podium. He is back here once again. He, so far this season, has total winnings. Let's click on the right button here. He's in second place overall, $34,027 for all of his appearances here. The last time he was here 2 episodes ago when Peach gave him a little ass whipping, and he's back to see if this time Peach will give him an ass wiping. It's Scott McVeigh.
Yes, well, welcome back. I'm back, and let's see how things go tonight.
Yeah, so, Steffi, you're back here. You were sitting very comfortably in second place overall. But, hey, if you could take down Peach, keep him from that 4-game championship tonight, you could easily find yourself up in first place overall. Do you think you got what it takes?
We will find out there, Turd.
This we will. So, yeah, go ahead and remind everybody where you're from, what you do for a living, and tell me, did your family get the name McVeigh because it was actually a sponsorship deal with McDonald's?
Well, let's see. First of all, Hayes, Kansas is where I'm from. Work at the hardware store as a cashier, and I wish we actually got a McDonald's deal from it. We would be making millions off of it, but no, unfortunately, we did not.
Well, hey, I've seen pictures of you, and I'm pretty sure you've had your fair share of McDoubles and McTriples and McQuadruples and McQuintuples, and I would keep going, but then we would never get to the games. So
yeah.
But yeah, hey, best of luck. Good to have you back here again, ladies and gentlemen. These are our contestants. All right, so it is that time once again. We are going to start here in our first round. This is the acquisition phase of our game. Of course, those of you, if this is your first time watching, we're going to be going around the board, stopping at each of those properties that you see with the colored rectangle up above it. If you've never played Monopoly, if you haven't, where the hell have you been? I'm going to ask these players a question. If they get it correct, they will take control of that property and be given the dollar amount you see at the bottom of the property. Get the question wrong, they will lose that dollar amount, and it will be available for the other players to answer. Nobody gets the question right, then we'll cut the property value in half until we do get someone to get a question correct. Once we've been through all of the properties in that color group, if there's someone that owns them all, we're going to give them combined value, and they'll take control of that monopoly, which will help them as we continue into our game. If multiple people own properties, then we'll go into a showdown round, and we'll talk more about that as we continue. So players, if you're ready, let's have a little fun. It's acquisition time. And we start with Mediterranean Avenue. Players, this is a $60 property, and here comes your first question of the evening. In food, what T as in Tommy is the name given to a flatbread pancake originating from Mexico? Scott.
Tortilla.
Tortilla is correct. Well done. $60 comes over to you. You have one property. We now move over to Baltic Avenue. Another $60 here for this question. In astrology, the balance or scales is the and that's Scott.
For Libra.
Libra is correct, and you have another $60 here, and you have both properties, which gives you the brown property group, and that comes with $120 of combined value, taking you up to $240. We now move over to our light blue properties and Oriental Avenue. $100 property here, players, with this question. In the American television series, Carl Malden and Michael Douglas patrolled the streets of which U.S. city? Yeah, time's up. That was San Francisco. San Francisco.
Okay.
All right, we're going to cut that property value down in half now. It's worth $50 till we get a correct answer. How many days after New Year's Eve is and that would be Peach.
Oh, 45.
Just in time is St. Valentine's Day. 45 is correct. $50 comes to you. You have one property. We now move over to Vermont Avenue. $100 once again for this question. In the animal kingdom, which Commonwealth country is the original home of the black swan? That would be Australia, mate. Australia. All right, let's cut this property value down in half to $50. In backgammon, how many pieces are there on the board? And that's Peach.
30.
30 is correct. Another $50 comes over to you. You're up to 100. You own two properties. We now move over to Connecticut Avenue. This property is $120 for this question. If a Scrabble board has 15 rows and 15 columns, Peach.
225.
225 is correct. $120 comes over to you, and you have all three of the properties giving you the monopoly, and $320 of combined value, which takes you up to $540. We now make our turn onto 2nd Street, and our magenta property group. We start with St. Charles Place. $140 players for this next question. The film of A Room with a View was predominantly set in England and which other European country? Kyle, you got in before the buzzer.
Italy?
Italy is correct. $140. Well done, sir. You have one magenta property. We now move over to States Avenue, $140 for this question. In physics, for what does the abbreviation UV stand for? Peach.
Ultraviolet.
Ultraviolet is correct. Brings you up to 680. You have one property, one for Kyle, one for Peach. We now move over to Virginia Avenue, $160 for this question. Which pop song written by Dolly Parton was sung by Whitney? And that's Peach.
I Will Always Love You.
I Will Always Love You is correct. $160 takes you to 840. You have two properties. Kyle, you have one, so this is going to be a showdown. Scott, you will sit back and watch here. Kyle, you're going to need two correct answers to take the Monopoly. Peach, you only need one. There is no money at stake other than you trying to take a hold of the Monopoly with its combined value, so you cannot lose money on a wrong answer. In classical music, how many operas did the composer Beethoven write? And that's Kyle.
9.
How many?
9.
9, no, I'm sorry. Peach, you want a shot? Go ahead.
I will say 1.
And you have taken the Magenta Property Group. The only one that he wrote was called Fidelio. And that's $440 of combined value, taking you up to $1,280. And this is why he is the champ. We now move over to the Orange Property Group. We start with St. James Place. $180 players for this question. In food, the French train pigs and dogs to hunt for which valuable? And that's Scott.
Truffles.
Truffles, doing the truffle shuffle. That's correct. $180. You have one orange property. Next up is Tennessee Avenue. $180 for this question. Which character in the television sitcom Friends was played by Lisa Kudrow? Kyle.
Phoebe.
Phoebe is correct. $180 takes you up to $320. You have one property. One for Scott, one for Kyle. We now move over to New York Avenue. $200 players for this question. If I Were a Rich Man is a song from which musical? Scott.
Fiddler on the Roof.
Diddler on the Roof is correct. $200 brings you up to $620. Each player, you all have one property apiece. So this
I don't think I have one.
Oh, excuse me. I apologize. So
I have 2, and Kyle has 1.
my apologies on that. Okay, so Scott, then you're going to need 1. Kyle, again, you need 2. Pete, you will be taking a break here. Here's your next question. In fashion, which part of a garment can be bat wing or leg of mutton? That would be the sleeve. The sleeve.
Okay.
Right, next one. In math, 4,840 square yards are equal to how many acres? Scott.
8.
No, I'm sorry. Kyle, would you like to go ahead?
1.
1 is correct. There you go. So, Kyle, you need 1. Scott, you still need 1. So, next correct answer takes the orange Monopoly. Which of the Queen's children has the middle names Philip, Arthur, and George? Okay.
Disregard that.
Okay, Prince Charles.
Okay, hold on just a second. What did you say there, Jason?
Disregard that.
Okay, disregard. All right, Scott, go ahead.
Charles.
Charles is correct, and Scott, you have taken the orange Monopoly. With it comes $560 combined value, brings you up to $1,180. We now make our turn on the third street in our red property group, which we start with Kentucky Avenue, home of our buddy John Bergman. Well, actually, it's where he likes to say his family's from, and they have these weird family reunions. $250 players for this question. Which female singer has charted with the songs Respect and I Say It? And that's Kyle.
Aretha Franklin.
Aretha Franklin is correct. Brings you up to $540. You have one property. We now move over to the actual home of John Bergman, Indiana Avenue. $220 with this question. What is the capital of modern Egypt? Kyle.
Cairo?
Cairo is correct. Brings you up to $760. You own 2 of the properties. We now go to Illinois Avenue. $240 players with this question. Angola and Mozambique are former colonies of which European country? Time's up on that one. Correct answer is Portugal. Portugal. All right, we cut that property down in half. It's now going to be a $120 property until we get a correct answer. What was the nickname of William H. Bonney, a 19th century outlaw of the American Southwest? Kyle.
Billy the Kid.
Billy the Kid is correct. You take the $120 for that property. You now own all 3 of the wells, which gives you the monopoly, and $680 of combined value, which puts you now in first place at $1,560. We now move into our yellows and Atlantic Avenue. $260 players for this question. In television, Crockett and Tubbs were the central characters. Scott.
Miami Vice.
Miami Vice is correct. Takes you to 1440. You have 1 yellow property. All right, next we move over to Ventnor Avenue. Another $260 for this question. In astronomy, which phenomenon is composed of a nucleus, comma, head, and tail? Scott.
A comet.
A comet is correct. Takes you up to 1700. You own 2 of those yellow properties. Now we move over to Marvin Gardens. $280 here, players, for this question. From the Americas, marmosets and howlers are varieties of which animal? At the same time, Kyle, I will let you answer.
Those monkeys?
Monkeys is correct. $280 brings you up to 1840. All right, showdown time. Kyle, you have 1 property, so you're going to need 2 correct answers. Scott, you have 2, means you need 1. Peach, you will be sitting out. Here comes the first showdown for our yellow monopoly. In 1971, who declared himself president of Uganda after a coup? Scott.
Idi Amin.
Idi Amin is correct, and you have taken the yellow monopoly.
Wow.
Along with that comes $800 of combined value, taking you up to $2,500. All right, we now make our turn onto 4th Street, and we are into a very specific avenue. It's Pacific Avenue. $300 players. Here's your question. Which semi-precious stone is made of yellowish fossil resin from trees? Scott.
Amber.
Amber is correct. That takes you up to 2,800. You have 1 property. Now we move over to the home of our fearless leader, Mr. Brandon Scruggs. This is North Carolina Avenue. $300 players with this question. On which Italian island is the resort town of Taormina? Kyle.
Sicily.
Sicily is correct. $300 for you. You're up to 2140. You have 1 property. Scott, you have 1. We now move over to the home of the president, Pennsylvania Avenue. $320 players for this question. From which country did Johann Wahler, the man who invented the paperclip, come from? Players, that was Norway. Norway.
Okay.
All right, we're going to cut that property value in half. It's $160 till we get a correct answer. In drinks, which A is an apple, is an Italian liqueur flavored with apricot? Kyle.
Amaretto.
Amaretto is correct. $160 over to you. You're up to $2,300. Kyle, you own 2 of the green properties. Scott, you have 1. So, Scott, you're going to need 2 correct answers. Kyle, you only need 1. Peach, you will be sitting out again. Are you still awake?
Si, senor.
Fantastic. All right, here we go. Here comes the showdown for the greens. In sport, windsurfing has been an Olympic sport since which year? Kyle?
I'm going to take a shot in the dark. 1972.
No, I'm sorry. Scott, would you like a shot?
No, thank you.
That would be 1984. 1984.
Ah,
All right, next showdown. On the World Wide Web, what 3-letter domain code is suggested for nonprofit making organization? And that's Kyle.
ORG.
ORG is correct. And Kyle, you have taken the green monopoly. Along with that comes $920 of combined value, bringing it to $3,220. We now move over to our final monopoly group. It's our dark blues, and we start with Park Place. $350 players for this next question. In the animal kingdom, Hob and Jill are the male and female of which domesticated creature related to the polecat? Scott.
Possum.
No, I'm sorry. That's going to cost you $350. You're down to $24.50. Peach or Kyle? Kyle.
Ferrets?
Ferret is correct. That takes you up to $3,570. We now go to our final property on the board. This is Boardwalk. $400. Big payday here for this question. In literature, who created Peter Pan? Peach.
Disney.
No, I'm sorry. That's going to cost you $400. Kyle or Scott? Scott.
William Barry. I think I'm getting the wrong first name. Sorry.
So, unfortunately, I cannot accept that answer. Cost you $400. Kyle.
James Barry.
James Barry is correct. $400 for you, and you now own both of those properties, meaning you have the monopoly and $750 of combined value. Takes you up to $4,720, and that means we are done with our acquisition phase. That one seemed to go pretty fast there. Let's take a look at where we stand. Currently with 2 monopolies, in third place is Peach Liqueur at $880. In second place with 3 monopolies and $2,050 is Scott McVeigh. And right now in first place, coming out of nowhere, 3 monopolies, $4,720 is Kyle Hershon. We are going to take our first commercial break here of the evening. While we do so, our players are going to be spending that money adding upgrades to their properties, houses and hotels, which will cost them $50 a piece. And when we come back, we're going to play our 15-minute big money round to find out who's going to move on to see if they can crack that bonus round when they go once around the block, looking to win $50,000 right here on your favorite board game, the Final Game Show. That's right. It's Monopoly. everybody. Welcome back here to Monopoly Man. We have got a great game going on here. Let's take a look at where things stand at the moment. After we went into that commercial break, we did some upgrading. You see lots of hotels on the board, a handful of houses as well. So after all that spending, Peach is still in third place at $30. Scott McVeigh is still in second, but he's down to $50. And Kyle was able to hotel everything and still have a shit ton of money at $2,720. But as we know, anything can change here in the big money round, and we can't do a big money round without our Mr. Monopoly. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome him back to the stage again. It is Mr. Definition. It is, he goes by so many names here, Jason Meyers.
Yeah! Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, so Jason, so far tonight we've had a pretty good game going here, and just out of nowhere, Kyle has busted through and basically kicked Peach and Scott in the nuts. What's your reading at this moment?
I just want to know how Peach and Scott are still standing after that nut kicking.
Well,
Very carefully.
Well, there you go.
My guess is that maybe Scott and Peach got one of those skateboards from Corey. That's all I can figure. But yeah, so it is, as always, it is good to have you back here. I know you've had a really good season of Sorry going on so far, but there's something a little different going on this week, right?
Just a little bit. Our current champion is going to be competing on Tuesday night instead of Thursday night due to prior commitments. So stay tuned tomorrow night when we have an impromptu episode of Sorry the Game Show. And maybe we'll have a second one Thursday night. Possibly. Could be. Don't know. Just tune in and see.
If not, who knows what in the world we're putting in place. But either way, yeah. So we definitely look forward to that. Sorry has been a big hit. And every time I think of it, all I can think of is hi-ho.
And cheerio to you, too.
Yeah, cheerio to you, too. All right, so let's get into this thing. All right, as we said, this is our 15-minute big money round here. Our players, we're going to be rolling the dice over there with Mr. Monopoly. We'll go around. If we ever land on one of the players' properties, they will get a trivia question. They get it correct, they will get the rent amount based on how much upgrades are done to that individual property. If they get it wrong, there is no money lost, although there will be a risk that one of the other players can buzz in and steal that rent. But those players have to be careful, because if they get the question wrong, they will lose the money. But it does not go over to the player who owns the property. Sounds weird, but that's the way this game worked. We loved it. We hated it. That's okay. It's a great game, and we enjoy it. And I know those of you at home enjoy it, too. We have our other spaces out there as well, Community Chest and Chance. I know you guys love it. It gets on my nerves. Don't worry. Next week, there's going to be some brand new Community Chest and Chance cards that are going to find their way into the deck. So be looking out for that. And, of course, Mr. Monopoly's favorite thing besides those dice are those railroad spaces, which will bring along the hostile takeovers. So if you guys are ready, I know I'm ready. Let's play the 15-minute big money round. So, of course, whenever Mr. Monopoly rolls those dice and we make the move, then the 15-minute clock will begin.
Here we go. First roll of the night. It looks like this. 4 and a 2 for 6.
And if any of you are wondering, the dice are actually on screen for those people that are in Discord. So, hey, if you ever want to actually see what the dice look like, maybe go on over to Facebook and join the MVG Productions Facebook, and you might actually get to come in and join us at Discord. But with that being said, I'm now officially starting the time, and we've landed on Oriental Avenue.
And Peach is the owner of Oriental Avenue. He's got one house, so that's $110 on the line if he could get this question right.
All right, Peach. In math, how many centimeters are there in 200 meters?
20,000.
20,000 is correct. Well done. $110 comes over to you. You're up to 140. And Mr. Monopoly, give us another roll.
6 and a 1 for a 7.
And that takes us over to States Avenue.
And Peach gets another chance to collect some money with 4 houses. This time there's $600 at stake.
Peach, in literature, who is the author of the Goosebumps series of children's books?
R.L. Stein.
R.L. Stein is correct. That brings you up to $740. Next roll, please.
1 and a 6 for a 7.
Liking those sevens tonight? Ooh, looky there. We've hit free parking. Tell them about it.
Well, this is the one chance where you get to collect every penalty that's ever been paid in this game. Unfortunately, no penalties have been paid, but it is $500 for somebody to get this question right.
All right, players, hands on buzzers. Here we go. What does the French word le soleil translate to in English? And that is Kyle.
Sun?
I need you to say it correctly.
The big yellow one's the sun.
There you go. All right, $500 comes over to you. You're up to 3220. Let's help you another way, please. Inside jokes.
Big number, 6 and a 5.
The big yellow one's the sun.
All right, we're now over to Pacific Avenue.
Hey, Kyle gets to show just how much brighter his sun is. 1275 in a line.
All right, Kyle, what is the capital of the Bahamas?
Nassau.
Nassau is correct. 1275 comes to you. You're up to 4495. Next row, please, Mr. Muppet.
4 and a 6 for a 10.
A couple of big rolls in a row. And we are able to pass go there. $200 for equal trade. And we've landed on Mediterranean Avenue.
And Sephi gets a chance to collect some money this time. 250 on the line.
All right, Sephi. In literature, the title of which Joseph Heller novel has come to mean a no-win situation?
Catch-22.
Catch-22 is correct. Doubling that money up to 500. Let's have another roll.
6 and a 5 for an 11.
Another big one. All right, we are over to the electric company. Tell them what happens here, Mr. Monopoly.
Oh, players, this is one of our 2 properties where you could collect money based on what I just rolled. 100 times 11, so there's $1,100 on the line for this utility type question.
All right, players, big one here. Which international relief agency founded by the Geneva Convention? And that's Peach.
American Red Cross.
So, okay, we are going to, I'm not going to stop the recording. The clock is stopped. I'm going to need just a moment. So no speaking about this out loud. I need to do a quick little piece of research real quick. Okay, after further research, unfortunately, no, that is not a correct answer. I will continue the question. No, I will not. Scott.
Red Cross International.
That I can accept as the correct answer. $1,100 comes over to you. That's $1,600. Just as the clarification, the American Red Cross and the International Red Cross, although they are related to each other, are not the same organization. The American Red Cross was actually founded in 1881. So that would not have matched up with the dates. All right, Mr. Monopoly, next roll. We will restart the timer when you roll.
2 and a 6 for an 8.
All right, restart the timer. 8. And we're at free parking again.
All right, players, there's a second chance to collect a free $500 just for a right answer.
All right, players. Which film director was born Alan Stewart Koningsberg? And that's Peach.
Alfred Hitchcock.
No, I'm sorry. Kyle or Scott? Kyle.
Oh man, Martin Scorsese.
No. Scott, you're the last one with a shot at it.
I'm just going to guess Ed Wood.
No, I'm sorry. If you would have taken the first name, it would have given it to you. So Alan Stewart Koningsberg was Woody Allen.
Oh,
Really?
damn it!
Yeah.
Well, you kind of had it.
I went for, of course you.
All right, next roll, Mr. Monopoly.
Here we go. Doubles. 5 out of 5 for a 10.
Uh-oh.
And we know what that means. We've landed on out of jail, so you have went to jail. All players, you have just paid $50 to get out of jail. That $150 from you makes its way over into the free parking. So, next roll, please. Who knows? We'll may hit it again.
3 and a 6 for a 9.
Well, we're not going to hit it on this turnaround. All right, that's New York Avenue.
All right, Scott, here's a chance to collect the $50 you just paid plus interest in the amount of $1,000.
All right, Scott. Nairobi is the capital city of which African country?
Kenya.
Kenya is correct. $1,000 comes over you. Get the $25.50. Next roll.
2 and a 3 for a 5.
And we're to Illinois Avenue.
All right, Kyle, we can let Scott collect. Now it's time for you to collect $1,100, possibly.
All right, Kyle. Which order of mammals gets its name for the Latin for gnawing? Thumbs up. Toss up now for Peach and Scott.
Nope.
That would be rodents. Rodents.
Oh, well then.
All right. Another roll, please.
3 and a 2 for a 5. Where have I seen that one before?
And we've hit Marvin Gardens.
All right, Scott, another chance for you to collect money. $1,200 on the line for a right answer.
Okay.
Scott, was Bram Stoker's Dracula published in 1697, 1797, or 1897?
Let's see. It sounds like it would be 1797.
No, I'm sorry. Toss up for Kyle or Peach. Peach.
1697.
No, I'm sorry, and that's going to cost you. So, Kyle, go ahead.
1897.
And that is correct. If you'd have got that wrong, you would have been ridiculous. 58-45. Next row, and we'll come up on 7.5 minutes left in the round.
5 and a 2 for a 7.
And that is chance. It's about time to annoy me. All right. Our first chance card tonight tells us go back 3 spaces. So,
Beep,
one,
beep,
which means, players, we have landed on community chest. Let's take a look. All right, players, community chance tells us inheritance. Green player, you are going to be collecting $250.
Yay!
800. All right, next go, please.
1 and a 2 for a 3. Here we go.
This feels like a prank.
Go back 3. Go back 3.
All right, this chance says we're going to roll the dice again, and we're going to add the number 6 to it.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh my.
Well, add 6 to a 6, so that's 12.
All right, with that, $200 for the player, and we've landed on Vermont Avenue.
And Peach is breathing a sigh of relief because he gets the chance to add some more money. $220 on the line.
All right, Peach. I Don't Know How to Love Him is a song from which Andrew Lloyd Webber musical?
Cats.
Nope, sorry, toss up. Kyle or Scott?
Oh God.
Kyle.
Jesus Christ Superstar.
Jesus Christ Superstar is correct. Takes you up to 62-65. Another roll, please. Coming up on 5.5
In the meantime, somebody check Kyle's podium and see if his buzzer still works after that attack. 1 and 2 for a 3.
Now we've made it over to St. Charles Place.
All right, Peach, let's try this again. $600 on the line for a right answer.
All right, Peach. In geography, which of these countries is the largest in area? Libya or Liberia?
Liberia.
No. Toss up. Kyle, you got him?
Libya.
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 65.
That's gross, Jason.
Next roll.
Do that, Kyle. 2 and a 3 for a 5.
We've landed on St. James Place.
All right, God. Here we go. 950 on the line for a right answer.
Also known as St. James Doe's Place. All right. Here we go, Scott. Here's your question.
So a boat?
In clothing, which B as in boat is the name for the circular straw hat with a flat top and straight brim?
Let's see. With a B? Oh, wow. I don't know.
Sorry, time's up, Kyle.
A bowler hat?
Okay, I'm going to need you to the best of your ability spell that because I can't tell what you're saying.
Bowler. B-O-W-L-E-R?
No, I'm sorry, and that's going to cost you 50. Peach, you have a chance to present if you want it.
I wish I knew. I really do. Trust me.
We'll wait for the just okay. I always want to give a chance for it to hit you. It's a boater. Boater.
Oh, boater. Boater.
Not boner.
Boater, not boner.
Boat.
Next roll, Mr. Monopoly.
I need to catch up.
4 and a 3 for a 7.
And we're to Indiana Avenue.
All right, Kyle, let's try your luck again with this question. 1050 on the line.
Kyle, is the tympanic membrane located in the nose or the ear?
That is the ear.
That is the ear. 1,050 to you with the 69.65.
Nice.
Roll.
3 and a 6 for a 9.
And North Carolina Avenue is where we land.
All right, Kyle, keep that train rolling. 1275 on the line.
All right, Kyle. In history, which king of England was the illegitimate son of Duke Robert the Devil?
Would that be Edward the... Edward the Eighth?
No, sorry. Toss up. Scott or Pish?
What kind of questions are you asking?
Question. Trivia question.
So that would have been William the First, also known as William the Conqueror.
Oh, okay.
Oh, of course.
Coming
It was
up on
in the
2
name.
minutes remaining. Next roll.
Duh.
2 and 2
Ah!
for 4.
Oh, you're kidding me.
There's a chance again.
Again.
The headaches are coming back.
And players,
Pudding.
This one says advance to the green player's next property. So let's see. We have Pasco, $200 for each player, and we're on Mediterranean Avenue.
All right, Scott, you just got 200. Now you can get 250 just for answering this question.
All right, Scott. In nature, are spruce trees deciduous or evergreen?
Spruces are evergreens.
That is correct. You're up to 3450. Next roll.
Quad
Doing
chance.
a 4-4-6.
Yep.
Don't egg him on, Kyle. Hello?
Called it.
Bless it,
And
Kyle.
this card says advance to the yellow player's next property.
Oh, for Pete's sake! Come on!
It's gonna give Kyle a reward for predicting that.
Kentucky Avenue.
All right, Kyle, you just zipped over to your property, so let's see if you can select
Yay.
this 1050.
Okay.
All right, Kyle. In chemistry, which element has the chemical symbol O2?
It's oxygen.
That is oxygen. You're up to 8,215. Another roll with 20 seconds remaining.
Well, 12. 12.
It's doubles, and it's 8.
Yay.
And we're over to Marvin Gardens.
All right, Scott, chance to try to catch Kyle on this question. $1,200 on the line.
All right. We're going to go ahead and stop the time real quick because time will run out on this one. Here is the final question. Who wrote the ballet The Firebird? Is it Stravinsky or Schubert?
Sounds like it would be Stravinsky.
Stravinsky is correct. $1,200 comes over to you. And with that, we have come to the end of our big money round. Let's take a look at where we stand. Right now, in third place is our champion, Peach Liqueur, with $90. In second place is our green player, Scott McVeigh, with $4,650. And in first place, we have our our gold player, before Travis yells at me, is Kyle Hershon with $8,215.
Don't worry, I've only been counting.
Okay, good. We are going to take our final commercial break here. We're going to sell back all of the upgrades that were made back to who owns that property at this time. And when we come back, we're going to find out who's going on to the bonus game to play for up to $50,000 right here on your favorite game show. It's Monopoly.
Supermarket. Oh, never mind.
All right, welcome back here to Monopoly. Man, we have had a fantastic game this evening, and I think most of us know there's a little bit of anticlimactic going on here, but it is the way it must be done, so let's do it. All right, we have went in. We start with our third player coming out of that last round, our current champion, Mr. Peach Liqueur. He had $90. We sold back the upgrades that he had made, which gives him an additional $850, which means tonight his final total is $940. Next, we move over to our second place player coming out of the previous round, Mr. Scott McVeigh. He had $4,650. When we sell back all of the upgrades he had made, that nets him an additional $2,000, which when we add that to his score, he finishes up tonight with $6,650. And finally, we go over to Kyle Hershon. I think we all see the writing on the wall, but let's tell him what he's done. We sell back all of his upgrades. He had $8,215 coming out of that last round. After selling back those upgrades, he nets an additional $2,000, which means tonight he finishes with $10,215. Kyle, you are champion of Monopoly.
I did it! Yay!
All right, Kyle, we will come back and talk to you here in just a moment. But first, we are going to go over and talk to Mr. Seffi. Seffi, Scott McVeigh, you had a really good showing there tonight, but man, at the end of the day, you just went up against a juggernaut and Kyle, who just kind of ran away with it. Tell me what your thoughts are here at the end of the road for you tonight.
You know, I am not really angry at all, though. Like I said, there was one time during the acquisition round where I think I made a screw up on the wrong first name there. And other than that, I'm still not angry. I mean, actually, I'm very pleased that I gained some extra cash towards my season total. And I'm just going to say, Kyle, good luck in this bonus round, okay?
Yeah, I will, Jim.
All right. Well, hey, yeah, you did a fantastic job there. You finish up this evening with $6,650. We add that into your season total, and that takes you up now, keeping you right now and very comfortably in second place at $40,677. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, Turd. And we'll see if I get a chance to come back again, okay?
And hey, I'm certain that we will see you again before season's end. Everybody make sure to give it up for Mr. Scott McVeigh, a fantastic competitor here on our television program. And next we go over to what is now our former champion, Mr. Peach Liqueur. Peach, man, tonight you have been playing really well in your matches this year. Tonight was just not your night. It looked good as you made that first turn onto 2nd Street. What do you feel happened at that point after we got past the magentas?
Talk about it. Okay, well, I think once the oranges, like, either my brain shut off or I feel like the questions turn into like a level that only Travis or Elliot would have been able to answer, or clearly Kyle.
Yeah, I would definitely say Kyle. Definitely, he had his.
I can't wait to see Kyle in the next Grand Slam tournament next year.
Hey, Kyle is a great player. You know, Kyle, he came into our group after, of course, Grand Slam got started last year. But yeah, it will definitely be interesting to see him there. It's always interesting to see him play. But Peach, you're absolutely no slouch. You have won 3 championships this season, and when we add that $940 that you got tonight to your season total, you are most certainly comfortable in first place, and you will not lose it no matter what Kyle does in the bonus game tonight. $61,020 for the season. That is some good wins. You've got to feel good about it.
I guess I do.
Well, hey, you absolutely should. Congratulations to you, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to give it up there for Peach. We'll likely see him back again before this regular season comes to an end.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
In his first time here on the Monopoly stage ever, he takes on a championship, $10,215. Even before we go in the bonus game, That right by itself takes you to 6th place overall on the leaderboard. Top 9 are what makes it to the tournament, so you're looking pretty good right now. You've got to be feeling good with that performance. Started a little bumpy, but man, once you turned it on 3rd Street, then it was, in a way, smooth sailing, I believe.
Good answer.
Nothing.
Oh, well, sorry. You were asking me something? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I say some things, then you say some things, and then I say some things, then we play the bonus game, and then we say,
Yeah. But I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Okay, well, he has nothing to say about how he did in the game, so then let's just jump right to it. It is time. Hopefully you're ready, because I know Kyle is. He must need to poop. It's time to go once around the block.
Woohoo!
All right, Kyle, so don't know if you know how this is done, but even if you do, we're going to remind everybody at home how things go. Here, as we go once around the block, you have the opportunity to potentially win up to as much as $50,000. All you have got to do is roll the dice, or actually tell Mr. Monopoly over there when to stop rolling the dice around, and make your way all the way around the board one time. That's all you got to do. We're going to give you 5 rolls to do it in. For every space that you make it around the board, we're going to give you $100, and hopefully we can tempt you out of here. You want to be very careful, though, because if you ever land on any go-to-jail spaces, as we are playing here, game over. No money taken with you from the middle of the board there. You'll only have what you want in the front game. Now, you may say to yourself, wait a minute, there's only the one go-to-jail space. I should be able to avoid that, right? Well, not so fast, my friend. We are going to add an additional 4 go-to-jail spaces on the board. There will be one that goes up on 2nd Street, one that goes up on 3rd Street, and 2 more on 4th Street. But the good news is you get to pick where they go. So if you would please give me one for 2nd Street that's between St. Charles Place and New York Avenue.
I will put it on Electric Company.
All right, on the Electric Company, there's your first one. Now we go over to 3rd Street, where we need one between Kentucky Avenue and Marvin Garden.
Indiana Avenue.
Indiana. And now we're going to need 2 on 4th Street between Pacific Avenue and Boardwalk.
Pacific and Luxury Tax.
All right, Pacific and Luxury Tax. All right, do remember, Kyle, if you can roll doubles at any time as we go around the board, we will give you an additional roll to help you. So, make it all the way around the board and land anywhere past go. That's $25,000 in bonus costs we will give you. But if you can be the first person ever to do it and you can land exactly on go, we will double it and give you $50,000. It's not been done so far in 39 episodes. Let's see if you can do it in number 40. So, if you're ready, I know that we are. Let's go once around the block. All right, so Mr. Monopoly, he has got the rock and roller fired up over there. Whenever you're ready, you tell him when to stop it.
All right, here we go, and do it, Daddy.
Doubles right out the gate, but it's a 2.
It's a 2. It's 2.
Oh my God, it's a 2. That's copyrighted by Sorry, by the way. All right, $200. So Kyle, do you want to walk away, or do you want to keep playing?
Go again.
Just remember, you do have a bad roll in a 10.
Yeah.
All right, he's still going.
All right, come on.
That rock and roll.
Anything but a 10. Anything but a 10 and
6 and a 5 for an 11.
Skipped right over it. He skipped that fucking good jam. Goes in that middle pot. $1,300 is where you sit right now. So you can take that $1,300 and walk away, or you can continue on. If you do, Again,
The 10.
a 10 is a bad roll for you. So continue
Okay.
on or walk away with 1,300 extra bucks.
I feel pretty good about it. Let's keep going.
All right, let's do it. That rock and roller's going. Tell him when to stop.
And
Doubles and it's a 2.
Charlie with the coffee. There's another 200 more dollars. We're up to 1,500. All right, you still have 4 rolls to go. Bad roll now is an 8. We know that that's a much higher frequency roll. Continue on or walk away with $1,500.
I'm gonna go again.
All right, he's going again. Let's go. Rock and roller's going. Tell
All
him
right.
to stop.
And push.
6 and a 2 for an 8.
That's an 8. I didn't do nothing.
The curse of the
I didn't do
jail
nothing.
is back. Oh, I'm so sorry. Unfortunately, we can't give you any extra money, but you will still walk away with $10,215.
I'm happy with that.
And you will be back again in episode 12 to defend that championship. Tell me, how do you feel about your first time here on Monopoly? Hopefully that's a better question.
Yeah, that was a fun time, and the fact that I walked away with 5 digits in the first 2 rounds, just I feel like I'm gonna be a force to be reckoned with.
Well, hey, may the force be with you, and may we see you back here on the next episode. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for Mr. Kyle Hershon, fantastic player, and looking forward to seeing what he will do with his win. Well, Jason, we have once again come to the end of another episode of Monopoly. Break it down for us, why don't you?
Things were looking kind of rough in Peach Liqueur, but the sun was shining bright over there on Kyle Hershon, and then go to jail happened. Boo hiss.
No,
Yes, boo.
no, and then.
Unfortunately, there was an end in.
Right. But hey, yeah, another great night here. Kyle again has found himself up into 6th place overall. So just a quick look at our leaderboard. Currently, our top 9 players, those are the players that would make it onto the tournament if the season ended today. Peach is in 1st. Scott McVeigh is in 2nd. Travis Coulter 3rd. Scott Michaels in 4th. Kevin Henry is in 5th. Kyle Hershon 6th. AJ the Richards is in 7th. John Bergman is in 8th, and Gianni Peasy is in 9th. But there is still plenty of season to go. 14 more episodes taking us to our finale before we get into our tournament. So hopefully lots more people to play. Hey, if you want to be one of those people to play and you're not currently in MVG Productions, it's simple. Go to the Facebook page under MVG Productions. Go in there. Apply to be a part of the Facebook group. It's going to ask you a few simple questions. If you can't answer them, you don't need to be with us anyway, but you should be able to answer them if you're a game show fan just like the rest of us. And who knows, after that, then you will get the opportunity to join us here inside the Discord, and you could play games like Monopoly, like Sorry, like the Challengers once every 6 to 9 months when Travis decides to write
Oh my God.
Peach Liqueur when he does his late night what the hell version of Wheel of Fortune, and plenty more. But that's going to bring us to the end of another fun night here at Monopoly. Make sure, guys, go ahead and like this video. If you don't like the video, if you're feeling like you don't like the video, I would love reach out. Let us know what it is that you didn't like about it exactly. So we would love to be able to make improvements to the show that makes people want to continue to come back. So you can, of course, reach out on Discord. If you're a part of Discord, you can find me on there. And if you don't know how to find me on there, you can always ask in the chat, and I will get you the information where you can reach out to me. Those of you, though, that do like the video, make sure that we are subscribing to the channel if you have not already done so. Go ahead and tell a few people so we can continue to get this subscriber number up and we can continue to bring you great content. Ring that bell for notifications. And remember, tomorrow night we will be back here again at 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 Central, or right within a few minutes of that for the next episode. I believe it's episode 19 of Sorry the Game Show as we get close to the season finale. But until then, He was Jason Meyers. I'm Turd First. And until we come back here once again to see if we can go right around the block for $25,000 or more, you know who we are, and you sure as hell aren't us. Until then, we'll see you next time here from Monopoly. Until then, bye, everybody.